Hey Emily, why aren't you at the hospital yet? Grandpa's been asking for us.
Hey, I'm still out with a friend. Chill, I'll get there.
You're being really inconsiderate. Grandpa's not doing well, and all you do is party with your friends.
Don't talk to me like that, James. I'm old enough to decide what my priorities are.
It's not just about you, Emily. Grandpa needs us. He's been waiting to see us.
Look, James, Grandpa's lived his life. I'm just living mine.
You're talking like a child, not an adult. You weren't even there for his last birthday celebration.
That's not fair, James. I have a life too.
Life? What life? You don't do anything for Grandpa or even help around the house.
You should let me be, James. I'll be at the hospital shortly.
It's not about letting you be, Emily. We're family. We should be there for each other.
I don't need a lecture from you. I know what I'm doing.
It's not about a lecture, Em. It's about being responsible. You can't just live for yourself.
I'll be there soon, okay? Just give me some time.
It's always soon with you, Emily. You can't keep putting things off.
Well, I don't see you helping either. You're just good at complaining.
I do my part, Emily. I visit Grandpa, I help around the house. You can't just avoid your responsibilities.
Responsibilities? I didn't sign up for this. Grandpa's old and he's had his time.
One day you will be old too. Don't forget that.
I don't care. I'll deal with it when I get there. Right now, I have a life to live.
You're being selfish, Emily. Family matters. You can't just ignore it.
I'm not ignoring it. I'll be at the hospital. You're just too uptight.
It's not about being uptight. It's about being there when it counts.
Well, I'll be there, won't I? So relax.
It's not about just being physically present, Emily. It's about caring and making an effort.
I'll show up, okay? You happy now?
It's not about me being happy. It's about Grandpa having the comfort of seeing both of us.
I said I'll be there, James. Just drop it.
Fine, whatever. Just don't expect anyone to wait around for you all the time.
I won't. I'll be there soon. James, I'm at the hospital, but I can't see anyone in the ward Grandpa was last time. What's going on? James, please respond. I'm getting worried. Where is everyone?
You shouldn't bother looking for Grandpa. He's dead. You promised to come and you're only just doing that? After 2 days?
What? James, don't joke about that. Where is he, really?
Not joking, Emily. He died an hour after you promised you'd be with us.
Oh no. I hate myself right now. I couldn't make it in time. I feel so terrible. I wasn't there to say goodbye.
Yeah, well, if you really cared about saying goodbye, you would have abandoned that party of yours.
James, please, don't say that. You're hurting me with your words.
Maybe you should have thought about that before prioritizing your party over family.
I didn't mean to, James. It's just that I didn't expect this.
Well, life doesn't wait for your plans. Grandpa needed us and you weren't there.
I know, and I regret it. Can you tell me where you are? I want to be there with you.
I'm at Grandpa's old cottage. He loved this place.
I'm on my way. I just need to grab a cab.
Sure, take your time. It's not like you haven't kept everyone waiting already.
James, please. I said I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't bring Grandpa back, Emily.
I know, and I wish I could change things. I never wanted this to happen.
Well, it did happen, and now we have to deal with it.
I'm coming, James. Just give me some time. I'll be there.
Fine, whatever. Just don't expect everyone to be waiting around for you.
I won't. I just want to be there now. I need to be with my family.
Funny how you remember that now.
I don't need your anger right now. I need your support.
Support? Where was your support when Grandpa needed it the most?
I get it, James. I messed up. But please don't shut me out completely.
You shut yourself out when you chose that party over being here.
I can't change the past, but I can be here now.
Too little too late, Emily.
I'll be there soon, James. Let's be there for each other. It's what Grandpa would want.
Fine, just hurry up. We need to figure out what to do next. Hey, Emily, I just wanted to let you know that the reading of Grandpa's will is tomorrow at the old cottage.
Okay, I'll be there.
Cool. Well, what have you been up to since Grandpa passed?
Why do you care? Just let me live my life.
I don't mean to pry, I'm just looking out for you, you know?
I'm old enough to take care of myself, James. I don't need you checking up on me.
I know, Emily, but you're the only family I've got now. I feel responsible for you.
Your responsibility is unnecessary. I can handle myself.
I get it, but I can't help worrying. We're family, Em.
Your constant concern feels like those hurtful reminders of our parents' death. Just stop, okay?
I don't mean to bring up bad memories, I care about you.
Well, your caring feels like hovering. I don't like it.
Okay, I'll back off then.
Good. It's annoying.
Anyway, let's not fight. We need to be at the old cottage tomorrow for the will reading.
Yeah, I got it.
It's important, Em. Grandpa's last wishes and all.
I said I got it, James. Stop being so pushy.
I just want to make sure you don't forget.
I won't forget. Jeez, you're acting like I don't care.
I know you care, Em. I just worry, that's all.
Well, stop. I got my own life to deal with.
I know. I just don't want you to go through everything alone.
I'm used to being alone, James. I don't need your help.
I get it. You're independent, but we're still family.
Your version of family is suffocating, James.
I don't want to smother you. I'll try giving you space.
About time. Maybe I'll appreciate that. Hey, big brother. How are you managing your new home, the old cottage?
Hey, Emily. It's lovely.
Haha, lovely? I'm just here looking at all the cash I've got. Can you believe Grandpa gave me 20 million? All you got is that old cottage in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm content with whatever Grandpa thought was right.
You're lying, James. I can see it. You must be so disappointed and sad.
No, really, I'm not. Grandpa had his reasons.
Oh, I bet he's a real saint. Giving you a house and land far away from civilization? What a wicked man.
Emily, he had his reasons, I'm sure.
What reasons could justify this? After all your sacrifices and love, this is what he gives you?
I appreciate what he left me. The location doesn't bother me.
Haha, you're too good, James. I'd be furious if I were you.
Well, I'm not. I'm content.
Content with a cottage in the middle of nowhere. Wow.
Em, you should be prudent with the money you've got now.
Prudent? Oh, please, James. I'm too rich to be prudent. I intend to start taking luxury trips, buying expensive jewelry, and rubbing shoulders with the rich.
Em, seriously, be careful with the people you associate with. Maybe consider investing the money?
Invest? James, I don't have the energy for that. I just want to enjoy my life.
I know you've always been lazy, but be pragmatic now.
Don't you ever call me lazy again, James. What do you even have to show for your hard work? An old cottage and a piece of land? Mind your business, James. I have to go. I'm too busy enjoying myself. Don't have the time for your cheap talks.
Hey James, how are you?
Hey, Mabel, I'm good. How about you?
Not very fine, actually.
What's wrong? You can tell me.
I heard about what happened to you.
What do you mean?
I know about the will.
How'd you find out?
It doesn't matter, James.
It's okay. It's really nothing for you to worry about.
It's not about the will, James. It's something else.
What's the problem then?
I've been thinking, and I'm getting cold feet. Maybe we should part ways.
What? Why?
I just feel it's the best thing for us.
Is this about the will?
Yes. I can't be with you anymore, James. I always thought you'd be successful, but now I see how wrong I was. I want to be with someone successful, not someone who inherits an old house and cheap land.
Mabel, please, don't do this. We made promises to each other.
Promises change, James. I can't be with someone who doesn't have a bright future.
But I can make things work. I can prove myself.
It's too late for that, James. I need someone who has already made it.
Mabel, we can build a future together. It doesn't have to end like this.
James, I've made up my mind. It's over.
You can't just throw everything away because of this.
I can, and I am. I need someone who can provide for me now, not in the future. Love is not enough, James. I need stability, success. I can't wait for you to figure it out.
I can't believe it's ending like this.
Sometimes life takes unexpected turns. I need to do what's best for me.
Mabel, we had plans. We were supposed to face everything together.
Plans change, James. I need to move forward.
I never thought you'd leave me when things got tough.
Life is short, James. I need to make the most of it. Bye, James. You are a nice guy. You will find someone who likes you. No, James. It's time for both of us to move on. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mabel.
Hey, bro. How are you?
Hey, Brian. I'm good. How about you?
I heard what happened to you, man. I feel so bad for you.
What are you talking about?
I know about the will in the old cottage.
Who told you about that?
Emily told me. She said she felt bad for you.
Emily?
Yeah, and there's something else I need to tell you.
What now?
Emily and I are together. We started dating and we're currently vacationing in the Bahamas.
What? How could you, Brian?
Look, Emily doesn't want me to be friends with you anymore, so I'm ending our friendship. I'm doing this for the love I have for your sister.
Love? Don't give me that. It's about the money, isn't it?
You can see it however you want, James. I love Emily, and that's what matters.
You betrayed our friendship for a relationship based on money, Brian.
It's not that black and white, James. Love is complicated.
Love? This has nothing to do with love. It's about taking advantage of the situation.
You're not seeing it from my perspective.
Your perspective? You're dating my sister, and you're willing to throw away our friendship for it?
I love Emily, James. I hope you can understand that.
Understand? Not only did you break my trust, you also have nothing good in store for Emily.
Well, I can't change how you feel or think. You do what you need to do, James. I'm gonna enjoy my time with Emily.
Enjoy it, Brian, but remember, friendships are built on trust, and you just shattered that.
Whatever, James. Enjoy your old cottage.
Hey, Emily, what are you doing with Brian?
James, just leave me alone.
You don't know what you're doing, Emily. Don't let the money get into your head.
Mind your business, James. Stop being so nosy.
Emily, I'm just looking out for you. Brian can't be trusted. He's after your money.
You don't know anything, James. I love Brian, and he's going to marry me.
You're being deceived, Emily. Brian is not what he seems.
I don't need your opinions, James. I'm old enough to know what's good for me.
Emily, I just care about you. I don't want to see you get hurt.
You're just jealous, James. You can't stand that I found someone who loves me.
It's not about jealousy. Brian's taking advantage of you.
Stop it, James. I won't listen to your lies.
Emily, I don't want to see you make a mistake.
I won't. And Brian is not a mistake.
Emily, he's after the money Grandpa left you. He doesn't love you.
How dare you? You have no right to say that about him.
I have every right when it comes to protecting my sister.
I don't need protection, James. I need you to stay out of my life.
I'm trying to save you from making a huge mistake.
Well, I don't need your saving. Brian loves me, and that's all that matters.
Emily, wake up. Brian is using you for your money.
I said stop it, James. You're just trying to ruin my happiness.
Emily, I don't want to ruin anything. I just want you to see the truth.
The truth? Your truth, James? I don't want to hear it.
Emily, please don't let Brian take advantage of you.
You're the one taking advantage, James. Trying to control my life.
Just want what's best for you.
Well, what's best for me is being with Brian. Now leave me alone.
Fine, but I really hope you think about this.
I've made up my mind, James, and I don't want to hear from you again.
Emily, don't shut me out. I don't want to see you hurt.
You've hurt me enough, James. Never contact me again. Hi, big brother.
Hello?
It's Emily, your sister.
Okay.
I've been looking for you all over the state. I went to the old cottage and there's a beautiful mansion on the land. What did you do to our grandfather's old cottage?
What do you want, Emily?
Stop trying to push me away, James. I need your help.
I'm busy.
I'm in trouble. I need assistance.
I'm not surprised. You're always in trouble.
I'm broke, homeless, and need a loan. I need a place to stay.
Why am I not surprised?
Brian dumped me, ran away with most of my money. I trusted him. He promised to marry me and took advantage.
I told you not to trust him.
This isn't the time for the blame game, James. I need your help.
There's nothing I can do to help you right now.
You don't have to be this way, James. I'm your little sister. Firstly, how did you turn the old cottage into such a beautiful mansion?
I was expecting that question. When Grandpa died, he told me to take care of the basement, especially his books. One day I found a notebook on his reading table with details of an agreement with a company wanting to buy the house and land. He refused at the time. Below it, he left a note saying, "Sell it when the price is right." Also, he left a note explaining why he gave the money instead. Grandpa knew you wouldn't appreciate the value of the house or land. Well, Grandpa was right, seeing as you squandered all the money. After I read Grandpa's letter, I reached out to the company and they were still interested. I ended up selling the land for 10 times the original price. I transformed the house and started a real estate business.
You've done well for yourself. Can you lend me some money?
You mean after you looked down on me and fled with that idiot? I have nothing to give you. I'm sure you'll regret this.
I can't believe you are still very much cold-hearted. You really are evil. I shouldn't have stooped so low and begged you. You know what? I'll be fine without you. Won't you say anything? Fine, keep mute. Loser.
Emily, what did you do to the house? How could you go there when I wasn't around and break all the glass windows?
That's what you get for choosing to be selfish to your sister.
And you didn't stop there. You still went ahead to write all sorts of hurtful comments on the walls.
I wrote exactly what you are, a moron, imbecile, stupid elder brother.
The next time you try anything silly, I'll have you arrested.
I know you can't do that. You are weak. So, are you giving me money or not?
You don't deserve $1. I'm done exchanging words with you.
You will hate what I'm gonna do next. I swear.
I'm done tolerating your ugly behavior. I'm blocking you now.
LOL. You can't. You don't have the heart to do that.
Emily was so pissed that I blocked her. She went over to the house and cut down all the flowers. This time, I got her arrested. She stayed a few days in prison before I eventually bailed her out. Afterwards, she got back with Brian and they began indulging in illegal activities. 2 years later, they were caught with hard drugs and sentenced to prison. And perhaps when she's out, she would turn a new leaf. She learned the hard way.
Hey, Amelia. I need to talk to you about something.
Oh, hi, Deacon. What's wrong?
Look, it's just not working out. I'm sorry.
Huh? What's not working out? What are you talking about?
You, living with me and Kyle, it's not working and I want you out of my house.
What?
Ugh, why do I have to explain everything to you twice? It's so annoying.
Well, I'm sorry, but I would like it to be clear what you're actually saying here. I wouldn't want to interpret something the wrong way.
What's there to interpret wrong? I want you out of my house, ASAP.
But why? What have I done to upset you so much? I thought we were all getting on really well.
Well, you were wrong. I'm fed up with having to deal with you every day. I mean, me and Kyle have only been married a year and we're already looking after you. I want time so it can just be me and him, without his mom tagging along to everything.
I don't tag along to everything.
Oh yeah? How about the other day when we went to that castle? I was so looking forward to having a fun and romantic time with my husband, and then you came along. I even had to sit in the back of the car just so you could have the front seat.
I only came because Kyle asked me to. You even said it was okay when I asked you.
I had to say that, didn't I? I couldn't exactly say no after Kyle had asked. The least you could have done was go off on your own and leave us to do whatever we wanted. You didn't have to trail behind us every step of the way.
So you'd rather I had walked off on my own and been lonely?
Well, yeah, you had your husband, I want mine. You can't just steal my husband away from me simply because yours is no longer alive. I know Kyle is your son, but you really need to let go of him now. We can't have you living with us, and everything for the rest of our lives.
So what? You're just going to kick me out? Just like that?
You can, have a few days to get your stuff sorted. I don't want a bunch of old lady things cluttering up my home.
Oh wow, thanks. That's so kind of you.
Ugh, there's no need to be sarcastic. Look, I know it's not ideal, but neither is having you live with us. We've put up with you long enough, so now it's time you find your own place. It's only fair.
I think I'll be having a word with Kyle about this. I want to see what he has to say about how you're behaving.
Go ahead. I'm sure he'll say the same thing.
I'll see about that. Kyle, are you free to chat?
I have a few minutes, but I do have a lot of work to get through.
I'll try and make this quick. Did you know that Tegan is trying to kick me out of the house?
She's what?
Yeah, she messaged me just now telling me that I had to move all of my things out and find somewhere else to live. Did you both agree on this?
Well, we have talked about this, but we never said anything about telling you to move out, especially so harshly like this.
But you did want me gone?
I wanted to talk to you about how we could sort things out between the three of us. I wanted your input on the matter, though, because you're my mom.
I see. Well, your wife clearly doesn't feel the same way. She told me that I have a couple of days to clear my things out and then I'm supposed to move out.
I've got to get back to work, but we can all discuss it when I get back later.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Tegan, why are all of my things in boxes in the front yard?
Well, I just thought I'd help you pack and get going.
I thought you said that I had at least a few days to find somewhere new.
Yes, well, I changed my mind. I've decided me and Kyle are going on a trip to Spain, and I wanted you out of my house before we left. I don't want you taking advantage of our utilities and food and things. It's not like you pay for them at all. You're basically eating us out of house and home.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why we want you out. We can't afford to keep housing you for free. You don't pay anything towards the rent of the house, the bills, or the food. It's actually really selfish of you, to be honest.
I can't believe what you're saying.
Why? I'm just being honest. Sometimes the truth hurts, but you've got to deal with it.
Well, Kyle doesn't agree with you. I spoke to him this afternoon. He said that he wanted to discuss what we all wanted to do together.
He was just being polite. He has to be. He's your son. I know what he really wants, so I'm doing it for him.
I really think you should stop and think about what you're doing before you do something that you'll regret.
I don't see how I'll regret this. You laze about at home, doing nothing all day, and then expect us to pay for everything you want. I think getting rid of you will be the best thing that we can do.
Well, we both know that isn't true. You are the one who sits at home and does nothing, expecting Kyle to work incredibly hard just so you can spend his money on whatever selfish thing you feel like. Not to mention, you don't even do any of the housework whilst he's gone. You sit in front of the TV or swan off to do whatever whilst I clean the house and tidy the kitchen and everything. I mean, how are you even going to afford this trip you want to go on? It's going to cost a lot of money that you really don't have.
We'll have all the money we need once you're gone.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Whatever. Just move your stuff by the end of the day, or I'll have the garbage man come and get it.
Fine, but don't come crying to me when you've come to regret your decision.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Mom, where are you? All your stuff is gone too. What happened?
Why didn't you ask that oh-so-lovely wife of yours? I'm sure she'd be more than happy to explain.
I did. She just said that you decided to leave for our sake? To give us some privacy or something like that?
Well, she's lying. I was forced out by Tegan. She packed all of my things into boxes and left them in the front of the yard, and told me to either move them somewhere new or leave them for the bin men.
What? She would never do that. Especially not to my mom.
Well, she did. I wasn't about to fight about it in the street, so I've taken my things and I'm staying at a hotel for now, while I look for somewhere new to live.
Mom, please come back. I'm sure we can sort this all out.
No, I don't want to live in a house with such a horrible woman.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'll have a word with her about all this. I love you.
I love you too.
Tegan, where are you? We need to talk.
I've gone out. I knew you were going to want to yell at me, so I decided to go out with the girls to let you cool down.
What? If you knew that I want to talk to you, why on earth would you do that?
Well, I don't think there's much to talk about. We wanted her out of the house, and you were too much of a coward to do it yourself, so I took care of it. I don't think I deserve to get yelled at for that.
I never said I wanted her to leave the house. You were the one who said that, and I told you we should all sit down and talk through our troubles properly, not just go straight to chucking my mom out on her own.
Look, what's your problem? This is what we both wanted. We have the house to ourselves now. We don't need to worry about anyone else getting in the way.
My mom wasn't getting in the way. I'm more than happy to help her out. I just don't get how you could be so cruel.
Because I'm the one you married, so I'm the only one you should pay attention to. I don't want some old woman getting in the way at home, especially when she doesn't contribute anything to the house.
You really have no idea, do you?
No idea about what?
Never mind. I think it might be best if you stay at your friend's tonight.
What? Are you serious? You're really that upset that I told your mom to live somewhere else?
Yeah, I am.
Whatever. Just so long as you get over it before our holiday. I don't want you ruining it.
Uh-huh. Sure. Whatever.
Hey, Kyle? Why have we got a letter telling us that we need to move out by the end of the month? Haven't you been paying the rent?
Oh yeah, about that. Because I'm the only one working, my wage doesn't actually cover the rent. All the bills plus whatever extravagance you want to buy.
What? But then how have we been paying to live here?
My mom was giving me half of the money for the rent and the bills.
What?
Yeah, she said that she felt bad coming to live with us when we just got married, but that she couldn't bear to be alone after my dad died. I said it was no problem, but she wanted to help out, so she gave me money for the rent and stuff.
Well, why isn't she doing it now? Can't you talk to her and ask her to keep giving you half? I mean, it's kind of selfish of her to expect us to move out so soon, don't you think?
Selfish of her? You're the one who chucked her out. She can't afford to give us half the rent money now, because she needs it to pay for her own house. You can't honestly expect her to pay if she doesn't live here anymore.
Well, what are we going to do then?
What do you mean, we?
Huh? Well, we obviously need to find a way to cover all the expenses. Maybe you could pick up more hours at work? Or is there a better paying job you could apply for?
Actually, I don't need to do anything. In fact, I've already found a nice little place that fits nicely into my budget.
But what about me? I'm your wife.
Actually, about that, there's something on the table for you.
What? These are divorce papers. What is going on?
Well, after seeing how you treated my mom, it got me thinking about what kind of person you actually are. And I found that I don't particularly like you, to be honest. I mean, you're my wife, and you treated my mom so horribly. How will you treat me in the future, or if I do something that you don't like?
That's different.
I don't think it is, and I'm not going to wait around to find out. You have until the end of the month to find yourself somewhere to go. It looks like you best get a job as well if you're going to afford somewhere.
You can't do that.
Actually, I can. You want to know the kicker? My mom was living with us to help me out with the money because you refused to get a job and wanted to live an expensive life that we simply couldn't afford. But now you'll have to finance that yourself. Goodbye, Tegan.
Kyle, wait. Let's talk this through. Your mom can come back and live with us.
She's okay. She's happy in her new home, and so am I. Have a nice life, Tegan. After I moved out, Tegan tried to contact me to get me to come back to her, but after she showed me her true colors, I didn't want anything to do with her. My mom found a nice little cottage to move into, and I found a lovely little apartment. I divorced Tegan, which meant that she had to move out of the house and find herself a new job as a cashier in a local shop. Safe to say that she's not living the high life anymore. And whilst I'm not living in a fancy house, I am more than happy with my little flat and the relaxed life I'm living now that I don't have to worry about financing Tegan's lifestyle.